Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Jumping right into my watch list for today, this UAMY. This was being tracked yesterday as I was scanning through, and we had that tight day which I was looking for. So this was on my watch list last night, and then we had this PR out this morning, so it's getting a little bit of attention up through this little pivot. I want to really just wait for market open and potentially wait for a dip back into this 860s, or if we just hang around for the first few minutes, 5-10 minutes, maybe we get a trend join over there. The other one that was moving out yesterday was this USAR that we had on watch as it parked up through this 2150s market open, and then 22, that prior day high. We had that push, and then this UAMY is just the other one. But the rest of the basket, I mean, there's not much of a interest there. You could see that it's trying to just put in higher low and reverse to the upside. But I do think that if I was going to go with USAR was yesterday, and then UAMY, if I'm going to go with one today. So this will be on watch, trend join over really just off market open. Then we have ENPH earnings gapper last week. This is like one of the variations of the 2DLV where we get that gap up and then we get day by day just decreasing volume, 11.7 million, 11 million, and then 6.9 million, while, putting in inside days holding up. Obviously this 47s is a key. It's still a little kind of wide, but we're opening up near, yesterday's highs, which potentially is a good thing. So if we push up through that, I'd be interested. Otherwise, ideally, one red more tight day on even lower volume, and that would be great. And then this FTAI, just really nice trend and breakout since it had that PR on the 30th of December. And now, it's not that long of a base. Possible that it just like tries to push and comes back in and builds out a little more. But now that it's tightening up a little bit, I'll keep this on watch for potential continuation. I do believe they have earnings, though, on the 25th, so it does give a little bit of time, just a couple of weeks away. But that's, what I'm looking at today. I'll pass it right over to Josh.
Good morning. Just a couple of names on watch list. The first being Amcor. They had earnings last night. They beat top and bottom line. It did have a pretty strong 3-day move up into the number, but I am still watching. It's in the right space. They do the packaging for all of the computer chips that are getting made and have deals in place with Intel and NVIDIA already. So I would like to see 51 and 50 hold, and for a potential all-day trend to form here. Palantir, I'm watching for an extension into ideally 148, 150, and then a green to red move if the markets can stay heavy enough. It's had a really nice bounce so far from 128, even after hours this day. It was trading like 126, 125. So a nice 20-point bounce off of the bottom on a stock that's below the 200-day moving average. So any type of extension up and then watching for heaviness and potentially heavier VWAP throughout the day is a trade that I'm interested in. SNDK, I'm loosely watching here. I'd love to see us take out the lows of yesterday, which were 551. We'll have to see how we do off the open here, but it's a relatively extended name in the memory space. They did have amazing earnings, but I want to see how this 10-day moving average, which is 583, holds or doesn't. It closed right on it yesterday. And then this is one that I'd like to watch kind of trickle down throughout the day. Maybe see dip buyers start to get underwater if the trade's going to work. But that's really it for me this morning, and passing it right along to Emil.
All right. Morning, everyone. So for me this morning, it's going to be DDOG. They have be posting these numbers this morning, and so far it's pushing now. Here, mostly reactive trades. I'm not going to try to, going with the long run rather than looking at previous levels. So I'm going to be interested in any basically push and fail more or less against these levels. We shall see if it's going to push slightly higher, or it really depends if it's going to have a weak open or it's going to build up at around 130. Then might be look for and some sort of an opening range break and push towards 140-ish. Or if it's going just push into the open, then I'm going to see if we'll manage to stay above that area, or it's starting to look some weakness for a breakdown and then looking for a short there. Also looking at Microsoft. Microsoft yesterday had a nice move after pretty much had this gap up and been very productive on the long side in dips. Now, so far has slightly going sideways. So to me, at this stage, if it's going to have any dips against pretty much pre-market range, I'm going to be interested in having a long, looking more or less for any push towards 420-ish area, and then we shall see if we'll manage to push slightly higher. We have some resistance here also. So these times, I'm more looking for reactive trades. I'm not really looking to catch any meaningful move. There are a few decent setups out there that might have a look at, like Zoom. Zoom looks pretty good on the daily chart. I mean, on a bigger time frame, even on a weekly chart, it's having a breakout attempt here. So I'm going to be looking pretty much at any dips versus 94, which I'll see if those dips are going to take place or not. But that would be something to watch. VNet. Same thing here, decent daily chart, but it's a little bit loose. So I think they might need a few more days, or tighten up the range for a bit. But definitely something to keep an eye on it. And then SLB, same thing here. Had a nice push, and now it's sort of going sideways with few inside days. So if we'll manage to push through 5120, I am going to most likely looking for a long trade there. So we shall see if this one is going to take place or not. And the last time I'm watching is Spot. Same thing here. Nice gap this morning, looking pretty much at this level. We shall see if it's going to get there, but so far looking like. So ideally it's going to have a push there into 492-ish, see if it's going to find some supply there, and then I'm going to watch for any opening range break after the first 15 minutes or so, and then decide if I'm going to take a trade or not. So as you can see, a lot of not really high conviction trades. They're mostly, like I said, reactive trades, and they're not really looking to rather looking for more scalping actually. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have on the radar, and good luck today.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Emil. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hope you guys had a fantastic day, and I'll catch you